Thank you for watching a very special episode of Hunker Down with Seth. This is our NFL First Day Draft Spectacular. And today I have a guy I've met in person twice. Both times I've had amazing football conversations. His new comedy album, The Whim of Kim, is going to be on Spotify, iTunes, any platform where you could buy it or listen to comedy. Definitely check it out. And just a wonderful man, a man who Kermit Apio name drops, Tim Harmston. Tim, Tim,
Hey, Seth. Thanks for having me on.
oh, it's a pleasure talking to you again. And first of all, you quarantining all right? Everything good?
Yeah. We're taking it very seriously. So, my wife, Mary, and I are taking it very seriously. So, we're hoping that we don't have to go out. We're buying we bought 7 additional refrigerators so we can store all of our stuff so we don't ever have to leave the house.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and then, but yeah, everything's good. So,
Yeah, that's a lot of free on you going there. Did you get a deal on it?
yeah. It's expensive on the electric bill.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's dive right into the NFL draft. The most important, the only team that matters, the Green Bay Packers. You don't like the pick of Jordan Love.
I hated it. I hated it then. I hated it now. And by the way, I don't want to open up Hunkered Down with Seth Friday draft episode with a bunch of negativity. That's never my intention. But I don't like the pick one bit. And I'm struggling to find anyone that really does like the pick. I've been scouring Twitter and various news outlets to try to see if there's a positive spin, and maybe that I'm the one that's being misinformed. But I'm glad that you're going to tell me that I'm wrong.
Well, the way I see it, it's how they brought Rodgers along himself, because Rodgers was a one-year wonder. The only in college, the only problem with Jordan Love is his great year was the year before this year, but apparently he was dealing with a lot of stuff. Like, I want to say 2 kidney diseases, like separately. Not his own, but like he knew 2 people who had 2 separate kidney diseases. And he was distracted over the year because I think he was failing algebra. So the coach
Right.
told him, hey, you got to concentrate on your grades, and that took away from his football. Because it's Utah.
Huh.
It's not like
Yeah.
Alabama.
Right.
At Alabama, they're like, just put in we'll do your homework. All you do is study the playbook and lift weights. This is Utah State. Utah's pretty, they have different priorities there.
Right. Yeah. I guess I understand. I understand the reasoning about trying to find your quarterback in the future and give him time to learn behind Rodgers. And the parallels between the scenarios with Favre and Rodgers. It's striking. It's stunning how eerily similar this is, and I don't get it. I don't. It's not that I don't like the player as much. I don't know a lot about Jordan Love. I'll just say that for one. But and I've seen some great comparisons, and I've seen people that had him mock draft, in the top 10. But it's just that there's a consistent. The Packers are my favorite team, and they have been my whole life. There's just a consistent ability to sort of blow it in the moment where they need to draft a certain way, but they always seem to get cute, as I call it. And last year, I think, was a good example. They took a very raw prospect in Rashawn Gary at, 13 overall last year? And he didn't
12.
really... 12, yeah. He didn't see the field that much and really didn't flash at all. And then the year before that, they took they took Jair Alexander, who's a good player. didn't really kind of undisciplined. And the year before that, they passed on T.J. Watt and took Kevin King. You know, I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I'm just saying, like, in that moment where they really need to get into win now mode, they always seem to go the opposite direction, and it's just kind of frustrating.
It is. Let me counteract a few of those points. They did blow the T.J. Watt pick. Kevin's okay, and for some reason my family has been texting for the past 10 minutes. So if you're listening to the couple, some dingles in the background, that's what it is. Rashawn Gary, I think he didn't play more because we had the Smith brothers. He didn't play for a good reason. If we were the Lions, he would have been on the field 500, 600 snaps. But,
Well, can I interject there? I mean, Kyle Fackrell still got a lot of snaps last year, and if Rashawn Gary can't beat up Kyler Fackrell, he was, Rashawn Gary was a top 12 draft asset, a plug-and-play person who should have been the first off the bench, and all too often he wasn't even off the bench at all.
Yeah. All right, I'm just trying to be positive.
You should put a Thomas Evans a negativity with Tim. Every week we went 13-3 and made the NFC Championship game. It's like how ungrateful do I come off in this conversation? But even as they were introducing the pick last night, before Roger Goodell called his name, they said, this is a team that lost like 78-26 against the Niners in 2 games last year and got pushed around. Let's see where they go. And then they go, bam, quarterback. So.
Well, also, we did make the NFC Championship. It's not like... If you look at the numbers, we were... Let's see, we were 0-3 in California and 14-1 everywhere else. So, it's not like the Packers were... It's not like they don't have the team where they can't look ahead. I think they could plug in some people in other spots with a couple picks over the next few days. And also, Jordan Love, better than Kaiser, better than Huntley, at least prospect-wise. And it's one of those, if you like a quarterback and you see a guy who fits all the traits, he's big, he's athletic, he's got an arm, and he just needs to be developed more, you take him. It's, always be ready for the... Plus, Rodgers is no spring chicken.
Right. What do you think about the fact, I saw that Jason LaConfora on CBS made the interesting point that the New England Patriots had the chance to draft Love at several opportunities and just took a hard pass. Like, that kind of speaks volumes when you have a team like New England that's just lost Tom Brady and they're obviously searching for, some solutions at quarterback. And they're like, we're okay. And they just kept... They took, they could have drafted him at the original spot, and then they could have traded back up to get him. I mean, they obviously didn't have any interest in whatsoever, and I was just found that kind of curious.
That's true. I do have a theory with what Bill Belichick's thinking, and anytime you do that, it's like trying to, it's like if you're a telepath and you're trying to read the mind of a much better telepath and your head explodes.
That's a good analogy.
But my theory is that the Patriots, if Herbert dropped, that the Patriots would have traded up to get him. But if Herbert didn't drop, they would see how the draft would play out. And I predict that the Patriots will sign either Jameis Winston or Cam Newton after the draft.
Yeah, as a veteran backup or as a competition for Stidham?
I mean, if you took Cam Newton and said, here's former MVP, and then you have Jared Stidham, who's 2 weeks away from working at Burger King. I think there's no competition there.
Yeah, I've watched Cam Newton play football recently. He's really bad. Like his injuries have really caught up with him. I mean, there's a reason why he's unemployed this late into free agency. I mean, we're almost at May, and he still doesn't have a job. That says volumes about his ability to A, stay healthy, and B, his passing accuracy is just horrendous. So I don't see him. Winston obviously is younger and more athletic, not by much, but his accuracy is really going to drive Bill Belichick crazy too. I don't know if I see that, but I think the Patriots are more than willing to roll with whoever they pick up tomorrow or tonight or tomorrow, and Stidham. I think I would be very surprised if the Patriots went out and signed a veteran.
Well, there's also a couple days. I mean, they might just like Jacob Eason better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's still some interesting quarterbacks on the board, so I wouldn't put it past them to just wait till the 4th or 5th round. There's the kid from Iowa, Nate Stanley. He's an interesting prospect. He's from my hometown.
Oh, nice.
Does Hunkered Down with Seth have a wager board for the show?
We do now.
Okay, I'll put a cold Seattle brew pint that neither Newton or Winston end up in New England.
Well, just so you know, I did move to Long Beach, California, but a cold
Or Long Beach.
Yeah.
Do they have liquor stores in Long Beach that have Seattle beer?
Yes. Why not?
Okay.
Red Pyramid. I think that's the biggest one.
I didn't know you were in Long Beach. When we lived in LA, we went down to Long Beach to the dog park on the beach there.
Oh yeah, it's
called Rosie's Dog Park. Yeah. So we'll have to have some Packer chat. We'll hit you up.
Oh, definitely. And you guys also there's a Laugh Factory down here, so
I know.
You could do some stuff there.
Yeah, we're big fans of Long Beach. I guess I forgot that you were down there.
Yeah, I understand. You don't. I mean, I'm one of the few people from Wisconsin that you generally think about a lot, and for you to not know that. I mean,
no, I think you told me that one time.
I mean, I could pronounce Menominee on the first try.
Nice. Yeah, you got it.
I could spell Menominee, so I know what a
Where are you
beans.
from originally? Milwaukee?
Yep, Glendale.
Okay.
Not to brag.
Your phone popped up. You're representing 414.
Oh, absolutely. The second best Milwaukee area code behind 262.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, which one was first?
414.
Okay.
But okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that I can't imagine if I couldn't imagine the draft party. If there had, don't they have one at Lambeau Field in the atrium, generally like a giant Packers themed?
I've been to 2 of those.
I couldn't imagine last night when Goodell said his name, what that feeling in that room would have been in a giant, crowd situation.
Yeah.
Because my phone lit up almost immedially with just, my Packer buddies just losing their shit losing their stuff. I don't know if you heard a Queen podcast.
We could be. I don't know. I personally try not to swear, but if you want to talk, with that potty mouth, go right ahead.
I soiled your show. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring up. There are other teams in the NFC North outside of the Packers. So personally, I just want to say I am a fan of the pick. I think if there's a quarterback you think could be an asset for your team for the future, you grab them ASAP. But and you being the contrarian, you're like, yeah, we wasted a pick. But like every draft pick, we'll see.
Yeah, well, you got to throw in that trade there. They don't have a fourth rounder now.
Yep. Well, that's not my business. If
Okay, yeah. So going around the NFC North.
yes, let's get this out of the way. Just to make my brother-in-law happy if he's listening. The Bears officially got it down in ink what they traded Khalil Mack for. Damon Arnett and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
So that's news.
Yeah, I thought that was a curious pick. A lot of people have the Arnett kid way down the list. Like, that was really curious. I thought that was kind of an overreach, and I know a lot of people did too. I loved Josh Jacobs, but I thought that was a huge reach. I did like the first receiver they took, Ruggs. He kind of looks like Tyreek Hill. I thought that was a really neat pick, only because it brings instant excitement to kind of a boring offense, and I think moving into Las Vegas, if there's even a season, I mean, we should probably talk about that, whether we think there's going to be actual football played.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you're starting to move outside of the NFC North, and that is a big no-no. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
but yeah, I mean, I like Ruggs. It's one of those things you can't teach speed. Some guys just have it a little bit more than other guys. This Damon Arnett guy, he's one of those guys. You look at the physical assets. He checks all the boxes. He's just not spectacular.
Yeah, well, and they said it on the telecast that when you're playing against Mahomes, you got to have a whole stable of cover guys, and so that's the direction they went in. But it does still kind of feel like a need pick versus a value or the best person on the board type of thing.
But all in all, Khalil Mack, that does seem decent value for Khalil Mack at least. If you get a running back, you get a corner who could start, why not?
Yeah, I'd rather have Khalil Mack than both of those guys.
Yeah, me too. Bears suck.
Yeah, but I thought the Lions would trade back, sticking with the NFC North. I thought the Lions would trade back a few spots for a team interested in Herbert or Tua. I thought they might garner some interest with that number 3 pick, but I thought they did pretty well. I think you got to take that player at that spot, and I thought they did a great job staying there.
Word was that if the Lions did trade back from number 3, the Cardinals might have traded up to number 4 to draft Okuda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the big rumors. The Giants were on the phone with the Cardinals entirely during their pick, and that was just a big rumor. So that might be the reason why the Lions just stayed put. Although, I mean, there were other players the Lions could have taken, but I just see it as a like for like. They got rid of Darius Slay, who they only got rid of him for monetary reasons, which I think is a terrible reason to get rid of the best corner in the division / maybe conference. But he, you get a guy who everybody projects as an all-pro corner, you take him.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that, but I think Slay had I think, from what I understand, and I'm very well connected into the Detroit Lions organization. That's sarcasm.
I was going to
I
say your
understand.
maiden name was Ford.
From what I understand, that the Lions, that Matt Patricia has a certain way of burning some bridges within the locker room, and they shipped Quandre Diggs to Seattle midway through the season. That didn't sit well, and then Slay got very chirpy on on his trade requests, and so he had burned that bridge. And from what I understand, that the sort of the faith in Matt Patricia as a head coach and Robinson as a GM are kind of waning.
Yeah, this is such a make and break year. He is probably on the hottest seat in the NFL.
Oh, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, Akuda though, he's the number one corner, number two defensive player in the draft, and you get a solid player.
Yeah.
All right,
I know.
let's finish it out with the Vikings because we hate them the most. Justin Jefferson and Jeff Gladney.
Yeah, Jefferson is a pick that they really needed because after their failed Laquan Treadwell, they never really did have a third receiver, and then they got rid of Diggs, so they didn't really. They were like the Packers; they only had one sort of proven receiver in Adam Thielen, so they went with the wideout. And from what I see, he reminded me a lot of Calvin Ridley. The tape that I watched, the highlights they were showing, he's a good route runner. He's going to burn on the turf up there at US Bank Stadium.
Oh
I
yeah,
kind of like the way the Vikings are. I think they did lose so much on defense, so it'll remain to be seen if they can bounce back on defense. But
oh
it's hard to argue with the two picks they made.
exactly. I like Justin Jefferson because not only is he an LSU receiver who had great hands, good lineage, good body, and he has the stats also. He puts up the numbers. He in practice every day he would pretty much go up against first round picks and future first round picks just every day getting the reps against the best college football has to offer with LSU's defensive backs. So I think he was
Yeah,
the most prepared receiver coming out in this year's draft. So
yeah,
you know, as for the other
yeah.
guy, he's there. He's the corner.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about him, but they keep in mind they did lose Xavier Rhodes. And
Yep.
did they No, Trey Waynes went to Cincinnati, right?
Yep. Trey
So
Wayne's Mr. Milwaukee himself. He's out
that's
of.
right. Yeah,
He's gone. So
yeah. So they lost their two starting defensive backs. So they will be active in the defensive back draft pick pool tonight. I'm certain.
yeah. Although they did pick Mike Hughes a couple years ago, so they might
He's
be.
had a lot of injuries.
Yeah. Well, it's good for them. He's a Viking. I
Yeah.
I root for injuries with the Vikings.
Wow. I thought I was a negative person.
Well, I'm mostly positive if you're speaking about the Packers.
Oh, I see.
So, and a little bit about the Jets too, just because I know the Jets will always suck.
Sure. They took a giant. They took a giant offensive tackle, right?
Yeah,
Didn't-
yeah,
Yeah.
who is basically if you take John Panette and you mix him with Louis Anderson, if you combine them, that's and you give him the athleticism of a Brian Callen,
Yeah.
that's the type of player you're looking at.
Yeah. 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 He's got the lateral agility of what happens when you get older? Things
Yeah,
are in your brain, and then they ability of a Gabriel Iglesias.
Which is something. Like, you know, if you've seen Gabriel live, you know that guy. He's all over the place on stage. So
He is. He's back to the left, over to the right. I mean, it's like he's doing a three-cone drill every time he does stand-up.
yeah, exactly. And that's why you gotta look at Jordan Love as someone who got a deal out of Montreal. A lot of potential. It's just what they do with him.
Oh, you're back to selling me on Jordan Love.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Let me just frame it like this. So Rodgers has 2, maybe 3 years left, right?
Yep.
Let's be honest. I mean, I did see a noticeable physical drop off. He's not scrambling around like Steve Young in the pocket anymore. He's going to have to change his game like Drew Brees. And when you change your game like Drew Brees, it means a lot more shorter passes to more electric targets like Alvin Kamara,
Aaron Jones.
the running back. Yeah, and so we have our Aaron Jones is a great running back. We have Devontae Adams, who's obviously a Pro Bowl level player, but we don't have a lot of dynamic take it to the house targets. We have Devin Funches, who has the lateral agility of Gabriel Iglesias, and we have Jay Sternbergen and Mercedes Lewis. I mean, we need weapons, and we need weapons now. It was so easy to defend us for a lot of the year because people know exactly what Matt LaFleur is going to do. But if you can open up a whole world of things if you have dynamic playmakers at your disposal, and I don't think Alan Lazard or Marquez Valdez-Scantling or Geronimo Allison, who's in Detroit now, none of those guys scared anybody. Jimmy Graham certainly didn't scare anybody.
Nope.
I don't know how this team got to 13-3. I'm happy they did, but there's so many holes that they displayed along the way. Like, oh yeah, we should get one of those. Or we definitely need a linebacker. We don't even have Blake Martinez, who was sort of just a Johnny Lunchpail guy. I thought the linebacker from LSU, Queen, would have been a nice fit. Kind of sideline to sideline tackle machine type guy. Obviously, we pass on him. We pass on a tight end, the kid from Notre Dame, Quayle.
The commit, KMET.
Yeah.
Commit.
Yeah, commit. Yeah. Pass on that guy. I just feel if you really want to win now, and Gutekunst always says we're playing to win a Super Bowl, but it's like how is it losing your 4th rounder and then adding a backup quarterback playing to win now? You can't say those things at the same time, and that's why I'm mad. I just wanted to, for once, kind of address what we need, like a lot of the other teams do, like Minnesota did. They had a need, they filled it. They filled 2 needs, and we didn't fill any needs.
Well, I disagree. That's it.
All right.
That's.
How do you? But in your mind, how did we get better in the first round last night for this upcoming season?
For this upcoming season, Aaron Rodgers gets in the mindset after seeing this. Oh, I'm in win now mode, so he's gonna take a few days off of State Farm commercials. He's gonna go to the yard. He's gonna hit the tackling dummy a couple times. He's gonna throw through the tire. He's really gonna get a fire lit under him, and also he might look at this as an opportunity to do all the things that Brett Favre never did to him. It's like it's like somebody who's grew up in a single parent home, and they have a kid, and they look at him and say, I'll take you. Come on, buddy, I'm gonna do everything my dad never did with me.
Right.
So this could be one of those things where, Love and Rodgers are on the golf course together. They're hanging out, being buddies, and Rodgers will be like, "Hey, let me tell you how to hit your third read receiver down the sideline for 80 yards like I did in 2009, or really this is a pick that Aaron's either gonna really love and help develop this guy to be the Packers quarterback for the next 10 years, giving us 40 years of Super Bowl contending, top-notch caliber quarterback play. Or he's going to look at this and say, oh, you don't think I still got it? And just goes off on a 2-19-0 seasons and basically.
Right. Okay. I get it. So you're thinking that this could be a motivational addition for the team. So, Aaron never struck me as someone who needed to be motivated. I thought he had some really bad games last year. That's no secret. But I never thought they were because he wasn't motivated. I just think he had a hard time. He didn't have some great targets to throw to. He did overthrow. I will give you that. He wasn't sharp on a lot of the throws that we're used to seeing him make, and maybe he will refocus. I'm not worried about Aaron. I'm just worried that that there's not enough dynamic playmakers to keep up with San Francisco. And you said that we were 0-3 on out in California. Well, those 3 games we got murdered by teams that were way more physical, and way more dominating on both sides of the ball than the Packers were. And if we're going to get to a Super Bowl, we're going to have to go through one of those teams, the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's unquestioned that they're the cream of the crop. If we're going to go out to San Francisco and beat them, we have to do it with something more than we had last year. And, chances are we're not going to add a couple second and third round pick, and then a 5th and a 6th, and so on, and then have the tools be that much better to go out to San Francisco and beat the 49ers. Whereas I think if you add a playmaking middle linebacker in Queen, then you have the ability to go out, and change the look of your defense, which was very mediocre last year.
Yeah, well, that's why Rashawn Gary's going to get 20 sacks next year. He's going to...
I'll bet you a Long Beach ale that Rashawn Gary doesn't get 10 sacks next year.
Could we go 8?
We went from 20 to 10 to 8 now.
Well, he is coming off a back injury, right? All right, 10. I'll bet you. I'll take that bet. 10 sacks. Why not?
All right, put it up on the hunkered down with Seth board, and hopefully you'll be unhunkered by the time the bet resolves itself. But
yeah. Well, this is a good time to wrap up, just because as soon as I get betting, I don't want to start going crazy. I could literally bet that Elgin Jenkins will get 14 pancake blocks next year. It's I don't want to start. So
you're a junkie.
I am. So the Whim of Kim coming out next Friday, May 1st. Spotify, iTunes. Tim, you're amongst the greatest Packer fans alive next to me.
Thanks, Seth. It was nice talking to you.
You too, man.
We'll see you at the dog park beach.
Will do. Take care, Tim. Bye.